Hello, we are on lesson 9. We are moving right along. So, not a lot of you like tape diagrams, but sometimes it's a nice little way of showing stuff, especially when we get into the algebra world. But we won't use these too often, but just so you know that if you do need a picture, this is one way you can do it. So today we're going to be writing expressions. Now remember, expressions do not have equal signs. Equations have equal signs. So if you have to jot that down, so you remember that, then you go for it. Now, these notes I think are on S50, if I'm not mistaken, but here we go. So we'll write two expressions to show W increased by 4. So we could have W increased is an adding word by 4, or we could have 4 plus W, because when you increase, W increased by 4, it's okay to write it either of those two ways. There are certain words that only allow you to write it in a certain way, like less than, fewer than. That requires you to flip what you normally would do around. So if we were drawing models to represent this, if we had like a little tape diagram, we could call this W and then plus the 4, like that. Or we could have, there's the W and there's the 4. So that's just an easy way to do it if you need a little help on that. Writing expressions show the sum. Sum is an addition word of A, B, and C. And there's lots of different ways you could do this. A plus B plus C, A plus C plus B, B plus A plus C, B plus C plus A, dot, dot, dot. There's like more ways to do that. But just so you have an idea that this is what we are going to be getting into. I'm going to move you down here to a few more. I don't want this camera to fall over because it's going to fall over. All right, write an expression to model 3 less than P. So this is pretty important. Less than is the ones we flip around. So normally you would see it as 3 minus P, but less than means I have to flip them around. So I have to, 3 less than a P, I got to have the P before I can take 3 from it. So if you kind of gave it a value, let's just say P was 7, 3 less than 7, you would set it up like this. See how the P had to come first? That would be the P. That is what I mean by that. If P equaled 7 and I said 3 less than 7, you would say you would put the 3 behind that P. That's why the less thans are super important, that you remember to what you normally would see, you flip around. Okay? Now, I'm going to move the dot cam down so it doesn't fly over. Okay. Super funny. I can hear my dog panting outside the door. He was like, I want to come inside and see everybody. Not right now, you're not. All right. So write an expression to show the difference of 3 and P. The difference of 3 and P is just 3 minus P. Difference meaning subtraction, 3 minus P. But if we look at this bottom of this, it says write an expression. Okay. Write an expression to show 4 less than sum of G and 5. So to show 4 less than, remember what I said? Less than means we got to put that at the back side. 4 less than the sum of G and 5. So the sum means add. We're going to add G and 5 and then take away 4. So 4 less than this stuff means less than has to go at the back side. So that's what we can do. Now, some kids like to put a set of parentheses around it. In this case, orders of operation would have us do the adding before the subtracting anyways because of PEMDAS. But if you want to put parentheses around it, it just guarantees that that's what you're going to do first. All right, so it's just the beginning of everything. And as always, I love math. I like vacation, even though I'm making lots of videos. Have a great day.